Are you also one of those people who spend their entire lives just thinking and forget to take action? Hello friends, welcome to Atomic Insights. Today, we will understand the depths of Peter Hollins' book, Think Less, Do More. Often, we are afraid to start any new work because of a strange fear within us, the fear of perfection. We want everything to be wonderful from the very first moment, but this is the chain that prevents us from moving forward. Psychologists call this inertia A, mental stillness that forces you to stay stuck. What is the most accurate solution for this? The answer is simple: lower your expectations a little. Imagine you want to learn a musical instrument. If on the first day you think that you have to become the world's greatest musician, you will never even be able to start practicing. You will feel like your fingers aren't moving right, and you'll start underestimating yourself. But if you set a small goal of playing just one tune, you will gain momentum. Once the engine starts, it's not hard to keep the car moving. The courage to start is the first step toward true victory. Have you ever looked at a large file or project and felt like it was as heavy as a mountain? Suppose you have to write a 20-page article. If you think about the final result, laziness and procrastination will take over your mind. But if you tell yourself that you just have to write the first line, no matter how ordinary it is, you will get into the game. Our brain always wants to see the destination. But when the destination is blurred or far away, it gives up. Therefore, recognize the power of small steps. If you want to exercise, don't pressure yourself to go straight to the gym. Just tie your laces and walk for 5 minutes. Perfectionism is the biggest enemy of your progress. The reality is that greatness doesn't come in a day. It is the result of continuous mistakes and improvements. The first attempt will always be raw. The first draft will always be bad. But accepting that is wisdom. When a small child starts walking, does he set a running record on the first day? No, he falls 100 times and stands up every single time. If he sat still for fear of falling, he would probably never be able to stand on his own feet. We need that same fearless mindset. Many people fear that if they do ordinary work, their respect will diminish. But the truth is that moving slowly is better than stopping. If you start writing, it can be improved later. If you start a business, it can be expanded over time. But nothing changes by just sitting idle and thinking. So the next time you are under heavy mental pressure, break your goal into pieces. Give yourself the freedom to start average. Once you get into action mode, this mental inertia will disappear on its own. We often make the mistake of waiting for motivation. We think that we will work only when we feel the passion from within. But the truth is that inspiration comes from working, not before it. When you take a small step, even without being in the mood, your brain gets involved in the process and your enthusiasm gradually increases. If you have to read a long book and aren't in the mood, just turn 2 pages. As soon as you start reading, your brain will become interested in the subject. Inspiration is like a thin thread that doesn't last long. If you rely only on passion, after 2 days, you will be back in the same old sluggish state. Discipline works where inspiration leaves off. A great example of this is a morning walk. If you just take the action of getting out of bed and going outside, after a while, you will start feeling good yourself. When you get absorbed in a task, the direction of your energy changes. Have you ever noticed that a task you were running away from earlier started becoming fun once you began? This is a mental reality. Our mind has a natural desire to complete any unfinished activity. Another benefit of taking action is that it eliminates your inner self-doubt. As long as you only think, the problem seems big. But when you start solving it, it starts getting smaller. It also changes your identity. You start seeing yourself as an action taker instead of a lazy person. Look at it as a cycle. A small action gives a small result. That result increases your confidence, which inspires you to do more work. So stop waiting and take action. Inspiration will follow you on its own. Now let's talk about something we all fear: risk. As soon as risk comes up, we get cold feet. We feel that if we fail, the world will end. But in reality, taking risks is the only way to grow. If someone doesn't even step out of their house for fear of danger, how will they enjoy new places? If a child learning to ride a bike is afraid of the risk of falling, he will never be able to talk to the wind. The comfort zone is a very beautiful place, but nothing new is ever born there. When you accept new challenges, only then does your true potential shine. Taking a risk doesn't mean you jump into a pit blindly. You have to learn to take calculated risks. That is, assess the situation correctly, understand the pros and cons, and then take a step. This increases your mental strength and prepares you for every challenge. All the successful people in the world, whether it's Steve Jobs or a great athlete, have played big gambles in their lives. If they had kept playing safe, their names would not be in history today. Taking a risk either gives you success or a lesson that helps you win next time. See failure not as an end, but as a part of the learning process. If you are afraid to tell someone what's in your heart, remember that the risk of not speaking is much bigger than the risk of speaking. Change your thinking, see it as an opportunity instead of a threat. When you start thinking, what if this goes right? A new energy will flow within you. This will not only make you creative, but also sharpen your problem-solving ability. Now let's talk about a very unique method that can increase your productivity manifold. We all make to-do lists, but have you ever made a don't-do list? Often our success depends not on what we are doing, but on what we are not doing. A large part of our day is wasted on things that distract us. Scrolling social media as soon as you wake up or checking emails without reason eats away at your precious time like a termite. A don't-do list keeps you away from those toxic habits. Identify all the activities that break your concentration. Do you check your phone repeatedly during work? Do you participate in meetings that have no solid outcome? Put all these on your list and learn to say no to them. This list teaches you discipline. When you have clarity on what not to do, your mind automatically focuses on the important tasks. Many people think that more hard work is the key to success. But in reality, working smartly is more important. Keep updating this list from time to time. Something might be a distraction for you today, but tomorrow something else might be wasting your time. This list also gives you mental clarity. You avoid those useless promises and tasks that do not match your goals. If you are in a creative field, deep work done without any interruption is most important for you. And this is only possible when you shut out the noise around you through a don't-do list. This principle also applies to your health. Not eating junk food by staying up late at night can also be part of this list. In the end, remember that we have limited time and limited energy. Using it in the right place is wisdom. Let's understand the last and most effective technique. The burner list. Every day, there are countless tasks in our lives. Some are very important and some are just making noise. The burner list teaches you how to use your energy on the right stove. Divide your tasks into two parts, front burner and back burner. On the front burner, keep those tasks that are your top priority, which are going to bring a big change in your life. On the other hand, on the back burner, keep those tasks that are important, but for which you cannot give much time currently. Imagine you are a chef. On one side, a vegetable is cooking, which needs to be stirred repeatedly. Otherwise, it will burn. This is your front burner. On the other side, lentils are cooking, which can be prepared on a low flame. By themselves, this is your back burner. When you organize your energy in this way, you avoid exhaustion and important work is never left behind. If you are working on a big project, keep it on the front. Learning a new skill or starting a new hobby can go on the back burner for now. This doesn't mean those tasks are useless. It just means their turn hasn't come yet. This method saves you from the trap of multitasking, where people try to do everything at once and end up doing nothing, right? Adopting a burner list sharpens your decision making. Whenever a new task comes up, just think about which burner it should go on. This keeps your mind calm and allows you to take full advantage of every moment. Review your priorities every week because needs change with time. So friends, from today onwards, think less and start doing. If you like this video, then like it and don't forget to subscribe to Atomic Insights. Tell us in the comments what your front burner task is today. Thank you.